Hey everybody, welcome to Always Out of Market NFL podcast. We're now finally doing video, sort
Woo!
of. We're all virtual, so we thought we could at least have some sort of webcams or something going just to give you all something to look at, especially if you're watching this on YouTube. If you listen to this on any of the podcast platforms, if you check out our YouTube, it's youtube.com/at Always Out of Market. You can watch the video version because we're going to go through after we do news and stuff. We're going to go through and we basically did a ranking of all the NFL mascots just for something to do on the off season. There are a lot of bad ones. Most of them are bad.
Yeah,
Uh,
there's a lot
Yeah.
of evidence.
yeah. I'm not even a fan of my own mascot, my own team's mascot, for example.
Dude, you hate T-Rack?
T-Rack is just. Why do we
He
ever? Never
sucks.
mind. We'll get there in a minute. Um, but first we're gonna do news like we usually do. We're gonna discuss and once we get into the part where we're going over it, there will be like visuals so you can see the mascot. We'll flip to it. We got like a PowerPoint of it. So, but first let's do news. So what we got, Jason?
All right, so uh, we actually have a couple of things with the Commanders. One, they are I don't know if it's been finalized or not, but they are in the midst of a purchase and sales agreement uh, led by Josh Harris. That started 2 days ago, so that would have been on Friday. Um, and then at the same time, uh, the Commanders apparently made multiple attempts to try and get Andrew Luck on their team,
Yeah, I
and
saw about that.
he's still technically under contract with the Colts, so that would be tampering. And the Colts owner said that if it is true that they did reach out, that uh, he will possibly take action to make sure that something is done about that.
Yeah, I was
He's still under
seeing
contract with the Colts.
technically
I,
because he retired still with contract, still with a
yeah,
contract. Yeah.
he's still under
That's
contract for.
crazy.
I think he's under contract for 3 more years.
I did
What the
like Jim
hell?
Irsay's tweet, just like I'm imagining that guy just at home, just going, "This motherfuckers," because like the way he tweeted out, he's like, don't you dare,
Yeah,
we got dibs on him." It's like, I
yeah.
mean,
If
y'all
he
knew,
comes back, he's playing for us.
yeah, but at the same time, it's like, I don't wonder if there's ways that they could let him go if they wanted to, like some sort of like buyout or something. Like I guess they could do some sort of trade with the Commanders. I
Oh,
guess.
that
Well,
that's
also,
that's what they could do.
they didn't. It's not like they cut Andrew Luck. He just retired, so it's not like they really wanted him to leave. I wouldn't. I'm sure if he's going to go anywhere, they're going to be like, "You're coming back to us. We need you now."
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I mean, now they have Anthony Richardson, so maybe not.
I, still,
I would honestly. I mean, Andrew Luck was good when he was there. They kind
Yeah,
of
yeah.
they pretty much just like they booed him out of the final game, and they haven't had a good quarterback since. So
yeah. I mean,
That's what they
imagine how
deserve.
much differently the Colts would be now if they still had Andrew Luck.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Like
yeah,
they would be a completely different franchise at this point. I think they would have won a Super Bowl by now.
possibly.
Nah, I wouldn't go that far.
I mean,
Their teams.
uh,
You cut out there, so
yeah,
we didn't hear that. But yeah, they're not that strong. So I don't think they probably could have made like a playoff run or something. But that would have been it.
yeah, I don't. They haven't even made the playoffs. Well, no, they made the playoffs not that long ago. Because
I made it with Phil Rivers.
yeah,
Okay.
um, yeah. The next thing on here is the Chiefs are expected to redo Patrick Mahomes' contract to make him the highest paid player in NFL history. And that's supposed to happen before the 2023 season starts. So
What a
imag-
shot!
I'm imagining somewhere in his contract it says he's got to be within the top X% of players in the NFL and pay. So they're having to redo it and pay him more money, even though he already got paid a crazy amount of money. Granted, he
Super
deserves
Bowl
the money.
champion.
Um, oh yeah, I didn't have the bullet point, but the NFL schedule's out for this upcoming season. Um,
Yep.
the only reason that reminded me to even say that is because I have on here the Jaguars are going to be the first NFL team to play back-to-back games in London. Well, they'll play the Falcons in Week 4 and the Bills in Week 5.
Do we
In
think
London?
Yeah. Do we think they stay?
That's wild.
Oh, absolutely. Why would they
like-
travel back?
Yeah.
it would make no sense to come back.
What's funny is if they traveled back and then traveled again, they probably would still have less mileage than the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah. Well, okay. So, if you've listened to our podcast before, there's a good chance you've heard Ryan on here. Ryan is a Seahawks fan. He was complaining about how the Seahawks are always like the team that travels the furthest.
Yeah.
His entire division is in the top 10 in miles traveled. So it's not like they're just picking on the Seahawks.
Because he's way up there in the northwest.
Yeah,
of
they're
country,
by
so,
far
yeah.
they're such an outlier compared to every other team.
Yeah, they're way out there. So it makes sense, but at the same time, it's like you would think with the international travel that they still wouldn't be number one though. It's still pretty crazy considering that. But
yeah.
But looking at their schedule, they're having to basically go to the other side of the country multiple times. They're literally coming to Nashville this year for like
Christmas
Eve. Yeah. So they're pretty much going like this all the way across the country. So
Yep.
No, he's also upset because we were going to go to the Titans-Seahawks game, but it's like Christmas Eve now, so I don't think we're going to be able to do it. I could have
Gotta take the shot.
Yeah, I could have made it work, I think, but also I'm fine with not going because I don't know if the Titans can beat the Seahawks, so,
Also, tickets for that are probably going to be stupid high.
They might be. I don't know how that would work around Christmas time. Like I didn't really pay attention to what the tickets were then.
Hey, it's expensive.
Oh yeah, because
he
you
went on Christmas Day.
Yeah, I guess
Christmas games are expensive.
And say people get them for like Christmas presents and stuff like that. It's going to be expensive. Especially for people who are fans of like the Seahawks and they're actually coming around where they live, and it's on Christmas Eve. That's like the ultimate gift to give somebody. So I think it'll be pretty expensive, honestly.
Yeah.
But we can move on. Or go ahead.
Oh, the Packers play the Panthers on Christmas Eve this year, so I get to watch Bryce Young actually play because I won't watch him otherwise. I'm not going to watch a Panthers game willingly.
You might not watch Bryce Young on TV. Play.
I'm definitely going to watch some Panthers games to see what he looks like. I've got to know.
I saw the Panthers said that Bryce Young is their number 2 quarterback this year. Andy Dalton is supposed to be starting.
Yeah,
that'll change.
That'll
change before week 1.
As of right now, Andy Dalton is their starter. Bryce Young will be.
That'll change as soon as the season starts.
We'll see. I would
love Andy Dalton throw a pick.
Hey, I would love to see Bryce Young play, but at the same time, you don't really want to throw somebody in as soon as they're in the league. Because it's just the level of experience is so much different.
It's the fact though that he's the number 1 overall pick. I feel like he's got to be day 1 starter. If you're number 1 overall, I just feel like that's how it should go. But,
and it might. Well, we won't know until they snap the ball on that opening week. Anyway, I got a couple more bullet points. We can probably run through them pretty quick. The first one is the Bills signed former Broncos first-round pick, defensive end Shane Ray. The last time he played in the NFL was in 2018. So apparently the Bills are desperate for defensive ends to sign somebody who hasn't played in 5 years. I'm happy for him. I guess he's getting a second chance to play, but that's a long time to be away from football.
Yeah, it's a long shot of if he's actually going to have any success. But
yeah,
he was suspended for.
I don't know if he was suspended or not. I didn't actually see why he hadn't played in the league. I saw that this morning that he got re-signed and is going to the Bills. Let me see if it says anything real quick. In the meantime, the last bullet point is that the Browns traded for Zadarius Smith with the Vikings.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. The Browns receive Zadarius Smith and a 2025 6th and 7th round pick. The Vikings receive a 2024 and 2025 5th round picks in exchange.
So who won the trade, y'all?
The Browns.
The Browns. They got Zadarius Smith.
Yeah.
He's
even with all that capital, I still think I agree.
Yeah. He's an animal. I wish I would never go.
I don't see why Shane Ray was gone for 4 years.
Uh,
I could have sworn it was something with like us and stuff, but I'm probably wrong.
I mean, I see in 2015 he was cited for possession of marijuana. That was 2015, not 2018. It says on May 2nd, 2018, the Broncos declined his 5th-year option. On June 6, 2018, it was reported that he would need another wrist surgery that would sideline him for 3 months.
It's that kind of stuff.
Injuries.
May 17th, 2019, he signed with the Ravens, but he was released during their final roster cuts. He played for the Toronto Argonauts.
Wow, in the Canadian Football League.
For 2 seasons.
That's where Gavin needs to go. He needs to go play in the Canadian
the CFL?
Yeah.
He suffered a torn bicep late in the season.
Yeah, so it was just injuries then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all it was he just kept getting injured. So they're taking a risk. He's a guy who gets injured a lot. So, I mean, we'll see.
He's got to be old at this point, but
yeah, I mean, that name.
Yeah.
As soon as I saw the name, I recognized it, but I didn't know why I recognized it until I actually finished reading the tweet that I saw. But that's it for news. Not a whole lot has happened since our last recording. So
he's 29.
Oh wow, he's not that old at all.
No.
Maybe he can do something for him. I would worry about his injury history.
Yeah. I'm sure the Titans would take him. They love injury-prone guys. So.
Yeah, I don't know how long they signed him for, but if they only signed him for a year, then maybe you guys can get him next year.
No.
He's the Super Bowl champion.
Yeah,
it's true.
No,
well.
I think. I mean, I'm assuming it's probably a short-term deal, but I mean that's still good. So, all right, you ready to get into your mascot rankings?
Let's do it.
Okay.
I got mine pulled up right here.
All right.
I took a peek at the first slide, and I started laughing a minute ago.
Man, there was one slide before some things got adjusted. There was one that 3 out of the 4 of us had the exact same thing. And
yeah,
I think
that
all
is
of us
no wonder.
all of us ranked that person low though. Fucking horrible. So
I mean, some of it seems kind of similar.
Yeah. All right, I gotta switch. So now I'm gonna switch.
A similar mascot taste.
Switch to the PowerPoint. So now they can't see us. So y'all are safe from the view of.
Who are the? Don't have mascots.
It's the Jets.
There's
the
3 teams that don't have mascots.
Jets, Packers, and
Giants.
Yeah, Giants.
Yeah.
They should make the Packers mascot just a big old wheel of cheese.
Y'all did have. Hold on, I'm switching back for a second. Y'all did have a mascot at one point, Matthew. It was Packy Packer, but they got rid of him.
What the hell?
Yeah, look up Packy Packer real quick if you have a second. Like, I think y'all got rid of it in like the 80s or something because people fucking hated it. So
I gotta look this up too.
Yeah,
I don't know what you're talking about.
Obviously, we didn't consider it, but I did like a ranking including the people that didn't have mascots.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah. So I put the Giants, then the Jets because of the colors, because they have no mascot, and then I put the Packers dead last just because they currently have no mascots. They have to be last, but also because they did have Packy Packer, who was horrible.
So So I don't know if you looked him up. He looks kind of like he would be a Viking, but he's holding a sausage for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Don't know why.
I can promise you he would have been towards the bottom of my rankings.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, so let's go into it. So I'm
right.
switching back to the PowerPoint. So again, they can't see us at the moment. I'm gonna be kind of switching back between us having the webcams up and the PowerPoint. So, all right, starting off with the NFL mascot rankings, number 29.
All
Let's look
right.
at 29. All right, so Matthew and I agree quite clearly.
Yeah.
So this is the Saints mascot. I think Gumbo
God.
is the dog. But then Sir Saint is the dude.
The big chin fuck that they have as their mascot.
Yeah, for my,
Sure.
I laid down some notes. I don't have all of them because, of course, they're in Discord that I sent to Jason. But of what I have, if I remember correctly, I would have put Gumbo okay. Like Gumbo would have been okay, kind of like mid tier.
Yeah.
But Sir Saint having a nutsack chin put him so low on the rank. I was like, he's got to be at the bottom here. And then Tyler and Jason have, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Jason, that's Raider Rusher?
Yes.
Of course, for the Raiders.
Sure that this is a mascot from like the NFL animated kids TV show that they had.
That's what
and
it
they
looks
just
like.
kept it. And they just kept it.
So.
Yeah.
It reminds me of Mr. Electricidad from Shark Boy and Lava Girl. And I absolutely hate it.
No.
So much.
I ranked him so low because he's just a head.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so plain. Like
The head with arms and legs.
He's not even a body. It's just a head.
Look, for my news, not my news. What am I talking about? For my notes, I said that he's a creepy dude and looks like if Syndrome, and what did I say? Hold on, I lost my notes. Looks like Syndrome. If Syndrome was a mascot, like Syndrome from The Incredibles.
Yeah.
But he's just the head of Syndrome. So. But yeah. So, thoughts on. Okay, I will tell y'all, I didn't put Raider Rusher as my lowest, but he's still pretty low. But according to Jason, I put him too high. So, we're going to get another.
He's pretty low for me too. Yeah. I will say.
Yeah, I think a lot of our lows are pretty much similar, but once we get to like the middle and the higher, we're gonna be
even Gumbo is pretty high for me. I'm not gonna lie. I like Gumbo.
Yeah, Gumbo's fine.
I like Gumbo. Fine. Yeah. I mean, he's a dog.
Yeah. No, literally, it was like if it was just Sir Saint, I would find a way to put him below the teams that have no mascots. It's that bad.
31st.
Yeah. So that's why I was like, yeah, Sir Saint pulled Gumbo down like so far.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so let's move on to 28.
Yep.
All right. 28. We have,
like I said, Raider Rusher is pretty low for me.
Yeah. Obviously, we still haven't found him yet. So Tyler and Jason agreed. That is the Dallas Cowboys mascot, which I don't remember.
That's Rowdy.
It looks like the elf on a shelf.
It does look like the elf on a shelf. That's exactly why I put it so low. I'm not even going to fucking lie.
It looks exactly like an elf on a shelf.
Steven, why do you have the Jags mascot ranked so low? He's so good.
No, he's not. Also, I was thinking more about the version of him that's basically naked. Like in like the swimsuit thing,
G-string.
Yeah.
Oh, in the Speedo.
Oh
yeah.
God.
So like, so if we're talking about that version of the Jags mascot, he would be higher. I was like, again, when I was going through it, I was looking at the one that was basically just like you see so much of him. Like I don't like that, and I also fucking hate the Jags. So there's my little bit of bias in here.
See. I tried not to put any bias into mine.
Well,
it's hard for you to put bias in yours anyway because your team doesn't even have a mascot.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, out of like the other teams that I don't like, I'm if it was, I would have put the Bears last slide. But
no. So like, yeah. Other than that, like that's probably where my bias ends because I was fair to the Colts and the Texans, and then I think I was honestly fair to the Titans too because I was just like that. I'll tell you right now, like I've got T-Rack like in the middle like just the dead middle of the pack. So
I love T-Rag. I love T-Rag. Love our little raccoon.
good for you, Tyler. Look, I mean, he's okay. He's okay. All right.
It's unique.
I
It's
mean,
unique.
I guess. I mean, let's be honest. All the mascots, a lot of the mascots just don't make sense depending on the team. But of course, the Jaguars does.
Most of them are people.
I'm not a fan of the mascots that are just people. I'm not a fan.
Yeah. There's only like one or two that I actually like that are the people mascots. I think it's just kind of weird to just have a person mascot.
With the Cowboys, I mean, that's what else are you supposed to do? He's a cowboy.
Yeah. I'm just not a fan
Oklahoma
of it.
State.
Okay,
You're a little bit like Oklahoma State mascot, not an elf on a shelf.
Oh, also another thing I need to mention. Another reason why I ranked the Jaguars mascot so low. His name is Jackson DeVille, and I fucking hate that.
I love that. It's amazing.
That's great. That's great.
But then, yeah. So I respect Rowdy being where it is for you guys, and I respect Raider Rusher at the second lowest spot. So, all right, you guys ready to move on to the next?
Yeah.
All right. Now to 27.
Tyler.
Yeah, this is where Tyler's bias is so heavy.
Why would you hate on the Texans that much? That's a good one.
Yeah.
He's so good.
I don't like the Bull.
I don't know why you don't, other than it being in your division, so you don't like them.
I like that you, Jason, you used the Christmas version of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers mascot.
It was one of the best pictures that I could find, honestly. There's not very many good pictures of their mascot.
I mean, that's fair.
Grouchy.
So,
looks very grouchy there to be.
So, of course, this is for the Texans mascot. What is the name for that?
His name's Toro.
Toro.
A great name, too.
Yeah.
So I like on my notes, because I don't remember where he is. He's kind of, I think he's somewhere in the middle for me. But I said
I can't remember what mine is.
I think he's like middle to high on the list for me. But I said like the Bulls are cool and intimidating. This isn't, but it's cute and I like it. So, but then
the Patriots mascot name?
Yeah, so Jason and Matthew picked Pat the Patriot, I believe, is the name.
Yeah,
that's
such a
stupid name.
It's just Pat Patriot. There is no the. It's Pat Patriot.
Pat Patriot, got it.
It's
stupid
New
fucking
England
name,
Patriots,
stupid mascot.
Pat Patriot.
It's
just so repetitive.
Yeah.
He just kind of, for my notes for him, I have that he just looks like the Bud's Best cookie guy. You know, like the Bud's Best cookies.
He looks like a bad rendition of Buzz Lightyear.
Oh, he does look like Buzz Lightyear. Oh my god, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I should have ranked him lower now that I think about it.
Use the same picture for the pirate for everybody, Jason?
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, what's the name of the Tampa Bay Buccaneer pirate?
Captain Fear.
Captain Fear. I hate the name. He doesn't strike fear into my heart, so he was obviously going to get ranked lower because of that.
More like Captain Grumpy.
My biggest complaint about the Buccaneers mascot is that he doesn't have an eye patch.
Yeah, that is true.
So he doesn't look like it here because you used the Santa picture, but I was also looking at one version where he basically looks like a homeless person. So he
looks homeless right there.
I mean,
he looks like a drunk mall Santa.
Yeah, he does. He doesn't look as homeless, but he still looks a little homeless. So yeah, not a fan. Not a fan.
Yeah, see, like I said, we're gonna have some arguments because of something like this, where Tyler has Toro at 27.
Yes.
So just get ready.
So we've already gotten irritated at each other with the Jaguars mascot and the Texans mascot.
Crazy how it's the two of y'all.
Well, again, I think that's where mine mostly ends. I think I'm fair to the others.
You are.
Yeah. All right. So let's move on to 20. Let's move on to 26. Yep. Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotta say,
we're all on the same page.
Yeah.
Steven, okay, so me and Jason are on the same page. Boltman, I believe is his name. The Chargers mascot.
Nightmare fuel.
The
stupid name.
And honestly, this picture gives him justice a little bit. Because you're doing the side view. If you look at him directly forward, his face looks so cursed. Because he looks like he's got a square head. Because of the
Why does he look like Jay Leno?
He does kind of look like Jay Leno. Yeah, he looks like if Jay Leno fell into a Cheetos factory and suddenly was.
Hey, Matthew, agree. The Steelers guy is fucking hideous.
All right,
He's just a fucking
Steely-
iron worker. It's so stupid.
that is
You like-
that is
Why is he yellow?
Yeah,
Why is his skin yellow?
that
I
is,
see this guy at work every day, basically.
So his
Is that
name
like
is his
gold?
Oh my god, just let me talk. His name is Steely McBeam, by the way. Steely McBeam.
Oh
It's
god, I
the
didn't
worst.
even know that. That makes it. Can I rank him lower?
So much worse.
Well, you guys, to be fair, you guys didn't read the Discord very well. I put that tier list in there, and then I was like, actually, let's use Jason's list. That actually had the names and everything in it. But, because the names were a big part of my ranking as well. So yeah, we got Boltman, and we got Steely McBeam on here. All of these are bad, so I think all of these are fair.
Yeah.
I will agree.
I don't remember where I ranked Steely McBeam, but it can't be that much higher. I don't know, but
I'm gonna get some heat for the next one.
Yes, you are. I'm already looking.
all right. So let's go on to 25.
It just doesn't make any sense to have Thurper that low. Like,
No.
How
He's just a.
the disrespect, Tyler.
Yes.
The absolute disrespect. Sir Purr is amazing. The cutest little name, the cutest little mascot. I'm a big fan. Like looking at this and like especially when he's wearing the like actual like the light blue jersey instead of the white one, he looks so fucking cute. I have Sir Purr very high on my list.
I do too.
And I see Matthew finally has Boltman represented.
Yeah.
me and Matthew just swapped basically.
And then of course we got Steely McBeam again, but then here's where I hope people didn't put him super high. I
didn't.
I got a good old friend. Matthew had a rant on him in one of our previous podcasts. Major Tutty. Major Tutty. Yeah, it was Tutty. I think it's with a U. Tutty.
Is it?
Yeah. Major Tutty, the Commanders mascot. Just brand new, and I think that's one of the reasons that we came up with this idea to do this at some point, was just because we were talking about how dumb some of the mascots are.
I will just say it once again. They missed the biggest opportunity to not fucking name him Commander Tutty.
And that is also why I ranked him as low as I did. Because, again, names were a part of my consideration. Having him named Major Tutty doesn't make any fucking sense. And why is he a pig?
Yeah. Why is he a pig?
Yeah, where does the pig come in? But who knows? I mean, they're obviously trying to just make kids happy, but there's no kids going to Commanders game anyway. They're gonna get poop on them because of their pipes breaking and shit. All right.
I'm enjoying this a lot more than I was expecting.
Yeah. Well, because I mean, there's so much to unpack here with these mascots.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the decision making is, I don't understand why they did what they did for a lot of these teams. But all right, let's move on. Let's go to 24. Okay. All right. The
lot to unpack
Jason,
here.
the disrespect of Sourdough
You
Sam.
can't
No.
talk. You
No.
have Jackson DeVille at 28. You can't talk.
Sourdough Sam is amazing. He's
Such a
got the best
stupid
name.
fucking name.
He looks so derpy.
He does.
No, in my notes, I was saying that he looks so happy. He looks like the kind of guy that you would bring to parties.
He looks like a serial killer.
He's got a lazy eye.
He's obviously a big Minecraft fan. That was part of why.
Yeah.
You know.
Why is his name Sourdough Sam?
I don't
Exactly.
know. I don't
What
know.
the hell does that even mean?
I don't know, but it's a good name. I like it.
I love the name. It's
Yeah.
so random. I love the name.
I just love Jason. I absolutely love the picture you put in there because it really does contrast him to the players. Like he just looks like he's in the wrong place.
I can't believe the disrespect for Finny the Dolphin or whatever his name is.
It's horrifying.
It's horrifying.
It is nightmare fuel.
How okay,
Literally.
Tyler? Did you rank TD super high? Because I'm not.
You'll just have to see.
Oh my god! Yeah, so that's TD, the Dolphins mascot.
That's
yeah.
his name?
Yeah, TD.
That's a bad name.
Yeah,
Yeah, they definitely could have had a better name.
He's better.
Again, names were a part of my consideration, and that kept him even lower. He wasn't going to be high anyway because he's fucking
No.
terrifying to look at. I love
He
the.
is
I
terrifying.
really love the Dolphins' colors and everything, but they failed on the mascot.
Yeah,
100%.
they definitely need a better
Why
mascot.
Dolphin as a mascot?
Yeah. Okay.
And why'd they give him such a little helmet?
I don't know. That's a great question. I mean, to be fair, he's a dolphin, so he has a big head anyway.
It looks like it's just like an extension to his head.
It's elongated, like just because of how big his head is. But yeah. So Tyler, of course, has Jackson DeVille, and then of course we've got Captain Fear for Matthew.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I can't respect Jackson DeVille that low. That's
No.
the only problem I have with this entire slide.
I can't believe you don't like Jackson DeVille. Like, I mean,
It's
I
awesome.
understand we may have bias there, but still, like, I just in general just don't like Jackson DeVille.
Also, bias coming in again on the next slide.
Okay.
Mm,
Well, I
mm-mm.
haven't flipped to
I
it
know
yet.
what's next. I know what's next based off of that.
All right, so let's go to 23. Oh,
Ridiculous.
are you serious? The Colts
Yes.
mascot sucks.
No,
Blue is
it is
awesome.
Look
one
at
of
his,
the best mascots.
Look at his fucking nose. Like, why does he have little plugs on his
He
nose?
has streamers. It's streamers that come out of
streamers.
his nose.
Okay, I still don't like it, and his eyes are creepy to me. I fucking hate it. Like he just like I
No.
look at him and I can't look at him.
Hey, Steven, you're gonna hate my list.
Okay,
You
well
have
I mean,
the Viking pretty low.
Yeah, because he's stupid.
I don't.
Like I said,
I-
it's just
like I
a
said,
person.
Yeah, I don't like just the plain people mascots.
I
But
don't
like I
Not
said,
them.
what else are you supposed to do? It's just it's the Vikings. I mean,
So I don't remember exactly where I put. What is the Vikings mascot's name?
Victor.
Victor. I don't remember.
Victor Viking.
I don't remember
Dumb.
where I put Victor, but I don't remember him being very high on my list either. Just because he's got like the cheesy hair that I don't like to look at, because I'm not a big fan of cheese, which is another thing that people hate about me as a person. So, but
Nothing to do with the mascots. Just
well, yeah, because apparently not liking cheese is a crime in America.
It is.
So
yeah.
but I do have to say that I like the Vikings colors. I think the dark purple is a good color. So that did help him a little bit because he looks good in the uniform. But yeah, I don't like his hair and his head is too big. So
Little fun fact. Before I actually paid attention to football, I used to go for the Vikings because I liked their colors.
wow.
Nice.
So you just changed up divisions. Interesting.
Well,
Or
it
you
was
changed up
it was
teams in your division is what I meant to say.
yeah, but like I said, it was before I actually paid attention to football, and I liked Adrian Peterson. So
Yeah.
That's fair.
All right. Let's move on to 2022.
all red teams.
Yeah.
It's a very red screen right now.
Yep.
Oh man.
Freddie
Well,
the Falcon so low.
He's gross.
He's
Yeah, it's-
fucking terrible. He's terrible.
They could have had such a cool mascot,
Yeah.
and they just
His
didn't do
feather,
it.
like yeah, I think the Falcons are so they had so much potential, and that was partially why I put him so low because they absolutely dropped the ball on this. He has the cheapest looking feathers. His eyes are looking deep into my soul, and I hate it. Him having 0-0, not a fan. I would prefer it just being 1-0 if they were gonna do 0.
I didn't mind Commander Major Tutty. There's some ingenuity there, you know.
I mean, you still got him at 22, so he's still pretty low on the list. So I think
It's-
that's fair.
But still,
Yeah.
It's unique though. There's not another
Yeah.
pig mascot.
Yeah.
There's a ton of birds. There's a ton of just like people. There is
That's
not
why-
a single pig.
Well, of course there has to be a ton of birds because half the teams are birds anyway. So
Yeah.
Change your name and be something else.
be the Red Stallions. Don't be the Falcons anymore.
Yeah.
All right, and then of course Jason now has Captain Fear represented, and then Matthew has Sourdough Sam. Wow.
Yep.
Yeah. Y'all are gonna be mad at me how high I have Sourdough Sam. He's very high.
Yeah.
on the list.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's-
I love
it's
go to the
sourdough.
next slide.
I love Sourdough Slam.
It is going to shock you.
Yeah.
Steven, I went to the next slide and I'm disappointed.
Oh no.
Okay.
I haven't went yet.
All right, y'all ready to move on to 21?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Why do you have him so high?
Steven.
Yeah.
Raider Rusher.
Yes.
Yeah, to be honest, looking at it, I don't think I should have ranked him here. I think he should have been lower. Like, I'm admitting to that. But I will tell you that I didn't make the list completely on my own. Megan and I kind of did this together, and I kind of was, I almost was kind of blind ranking as we went through it. And then I would just adjust things. I probably should have adjusted him lower at the time. So I'll admit this is wrong. This is too high for Raider Rusher. So I can.
The only reason Gumbo
Go ahead,
Saints mascots up here is because I like Gumbo. The
That's
Saint
fair.
dude's ugly, but Gumbo's great.
Gumbo.
That is fair.
If they got rid of Sir Saint, I swear it would be fine. Gumbo would be way up there for me. He's awesome.
I just don't know why they gave him such a big chin.
they saw the crimson chin and they were like,
"This is our guy."
It's to intimidate you. Big chins are very intimidating.
I hope it's not some sort of like reference to how people looked back in the old days or something, because then that's incredibly offensive.
I don't care.
It's I mean it's still bad. It's still bad.
Matthew has the Elf on the Shelf cowboy up here, and Jason has Freddy the Falcon.
I just think it's iconic.
That's fair. Honestly, that's a fair point for him to be up that high. For me, Freddy Falcon, like we said, it's just it looks so cheap. Like,
yeah.
It literally looks like something I would make if I went to Hobby Lobby and spent $100 on everything.
I don't even think $100. I think you're talking more like $20.
Exactly. Yeah. It just looks so cheap.
It looks like somebody just stitched together a bunch of random shit and was like, "Look, a bird," and you're like, "Very good, Jimmy. Very good."
Yeah, like I in my head have a much better design for the Falcons for a mascot that would look intimidating. It would look mean. That's what they need.
Yeah.
Like,
maybe you should send it to them.
I might, honestly. And I'll be the mascot because they get paid a lot of money. So, I mean.
Yeah, I would love to be a mascot. That'd be so cool. Except in, like, Arizona or something.
Yeah, God. I couldn't do it in Arizona. I actually think, in my opinion, I'll tell you, I got the Arizona mascot decently high. That's a cool mascot. However, yeah, wearing that in the fucking Arizona heat, fuck that.
Yeah, that would suck.
All right, let's. Ready to move on to 20?
Yep.
Because we already have addressed these mascots for. All right, there is T-Rack. So Matthew has T-Rack, the Titans mascot, which I still don't really understand why we have a raccoon, but it's cool, it's fine, whatever. Then of course we got Steely McBeam for me, and then Tyler and Jason now have introduced TD to their list. So,
look, I will say, this picture of him does him a lot more justice than the one that was on the tier list, because it was just his head and shoulders. I like this one a little bit more. Still don't think I would have ranked him much higher than this, but I do like the raccoon. It's cool.
No, I think, I think T-Rack deserves to be kind of in the middle for a lot of because there's definitely ones that I think are cooler and better, but he's not bad. He's just, he's a raccoon, whatever. But I will say, going to games and seeing him hang out with the cheerleaders and stuff it's a fun experience. He's good for the kids and stuff, so I respect it for that reason. But
I just don't know why it's a raccoon.
It's also different because I'm just not a mascot guy. I've never really liked mascots. That's not really appealing to me. So, but other than that, everyone else on that list we've already addressed before. So,
I just want to say we're getting to the part of the list. We're like right on the cusp of the part of the list where I like all the mascots, and it was right here. It started getting hard of where I wanted to put everybody. So.
I think that's fair. I think that's fair. Yeah, I can't really think of any more that I just straight up hate that we still have left on my list. So I agree with that. All right, so let's move on to number 19.
2 new mascots on this one.
Yep.
Okay, so we have
Staley the Bear.
He's scary. I don't like it.
So that's the Bears mascot, Staley the Bear. It's D-A, Staley the Bear. And then,
Favorite debate.
yeah, he kind of just. I said that he looks just incredibly high to me.
Yeah.
But other than that, he's okay. But he's just a bear. So what do you expect?
He
Not a whole lot to unpack there with him. And then Jason, not a big fan of this.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some hate for this one. I think
Rampage, the LA Rams. I think he's
like, they're so quality. It's so quality.
I
really is.
Like I said, from this pick on, I actually do like the mascots, and it was actually really hard for me to decide who was going ahead of who.
Yeah.
So it's not that I don't like him. I do like Rampage. It's actually really cool. But I don't know, just something about its face. I don't like it.
Yeah, and of course we got Rowdy, the Cowboys mascot, and then Sourdough Sam, once again. So
notice how we still haven't had Steven have Sourdough Sam on the list.
No, you do not.
Yeah.
You do not.
I got a feeling it's
No,
going to be
coming number
real
one.
late.
No, I think y'all are about to scream at me when we finally get there.
It's bad. It's bad.
I don't even remember, but I know he's really high. Anyway, but yeah, I think also Rampage too. Like, I'm not usually a big fan of the Rams colors, but it looks good on him.
Colors.
Yeah, it looks good on him though. So, y'all got anything else y'all want to say about any of these?
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to 18.
Oh, 3 new mascots in this one.
Okay,
Tyler.
so
I have more issues with Steven having the lion so low.
why would you do that to the Browns mascot? What's that?
I know, he's so good.
He's a good one.
Matthew, why do you have a robber at 18?
Okay, so yeah, let's unpack this. So Tyler has Chomps. His name is Chomps, which is also a good name. I like it.
Great name.
The Browns mascot. Obviously, it's a dog. Very cute. The only thing that was the downside for him is just I don't like the Browns colors, so that pulls him down a little bit. But he's a good mascot for what the Browns are. Like, he's honestly probably the best part of their franchise, in my opinion. So, because I really don't like the Browns.
Yeah.
But then we have Matthew selected the Kansas City Chiefs mascot. I think it's KC Wolf. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't look like a wolf. But if he actually looked like a wolf, I would have ranked him higher. But he doesn't. He looks like a rat.
What were you saying, Tyler?
That guy's still on the run, right?
Probably.
I have no idea.
Their super fan Rob Banks, and he dressed up like the mascot.
Yeah, I did put in my notes as a joke that does look likely to rob a bank, but of course it's not the same person. So,
or is it?
Also, Jason, still too low with the Colts mascot.
Look, okay, so
unbelievable,
Can't-
Matthew. I cannot deal with you right now.
I love it.
I cannot.
The only reason he is this low is because he's a great mascot. Don't get me wrong, but it's a little plain. Like, there's not a lot to it.
I don't know what he is. He's like a dragon or something.
He's supposed to be a horse.
He's a horse.
The Colts.
It makes it better.
It's just a little plain.
By the way, his name is Blue too. It's just Blue. Blue, the Colts mascot.
That makes sense.
Okay.
It's blue.
I swear, Matthew, if you ranked the Colts mascot above Miles, the Broncos mascot, I'm gonna have a problem. That is so wrong, because at least the Broncos mascot is much better.
Just had an idea. We should definitely go through and rank the schedule release videos.
The Chargers are 1. I don't even have to go through the rest of them.
Still, there'll be some surprises in there.
I honestly haven't watched a lot of the videos. Like, I've only seen a few of them. I saw the Chargers one. I saw the Titans one. I didn't really see any of the others because I didn't really hear anybody talking about any of the others. But
I just like the fact that the Chargers made a joke about the Lions having a gambling problem.
Yeah. Okay, and then of course the new introduction. I now have this is Rory, the Lions mascot, if I'm correct on that. Where is that on my thing?
It's a pretty good mascot, I can't lie.
I don't like his hair. I don't like the way they made his like mane
His-
for his lion.
His hair
look.
does look a little weird, but
Yeah, and this was another thing where like the Falcons mascot, he just kind of looks cheap to me. So that's why I ranked him.
I
as
think
low as I did.
the only part of him that looks cheap is the hair to me.
yeah. But it kind of weighs it down.
Yeah. I mean, that's. I don't hate Rory. Again, I think I'm now at the point like Jason that it was just. I don't really hate any of these mascots. I'm just trying to find a place for them.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Most of them, yeah.
he does look like his name would actually be Chad instead of Rory, though. So. Well, we lost Tyler. Are you still here, buddy? You just turned your webcam on?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's fine. Just making
I don't know what my webcam just stopped working. I don't know.
It's fine.
Oh. Swap to the phone.
As long as you're here, that's all that really matters. Okay, so let's move on to number 17.
All right. Tyler.
Ooh.
I didn't realize I had him so high.
Pat
All right.
Patriot.
So,
Yeah, I need an explanation of why he's so high.
I didn't mean I moved him. I just had a lot of moving because I had to do because I didn't have the Raiders guy in there and I didn't have Sourdough Sam in there and I missed like another mascot, so I just had to move a lot of shit around. And I guess I just lost track of where
That's fair,
Pat
I
the
guess.
Patriot is.
It's not Pat the Patriot. It's
Yeah,
Pat Patriot.
that's my mistake. I called it Pat the Patriot. Now I think that's right. It's just Pat Patriot. But yeah, Jason, you got Chomps a little low on this list in my opinion. But again, like you said, I know you're just basically putting all the good mascots in order now. So I won't hate it too much.
It's hard for me to one of the problems I have with Chomps is he's a dog, obviously. He's a little plain, but I know that you can't really do a whole lot with a dog. So, I mean,
Dog?
it's not their fault technically, but I just feel like there was more you could have done.
Oh, yeah.
Also, I will say, so now we got a new one here on the list. Miles, the Broncos mascot. If I saw this picture of Miles, I would have ranked him higher because that's a cool looking picture.
Oh, you got the horse so low, Steven.
Yeah. Well, see, the ones that I saw, it looks like it was a different version. I must have looked at like an older version where he had his mouth open more wide and it looked weird to me. He looks cool here. So I feel like I disrespected Miles the Broncos mascot, so I apologize. But
I would say so.
yeah, but I mean he's good. He's good. Like I said, everything at this point for me is pretty much good. But I guess I just liked other things better.
Yeah.
But and yeah, it's just the horse heads too. Like at least he actually looks like a horse compared to the Colts mascot that just you can't even tell what the fuck he is. According to Matthew, he looked like a dragon. So that's
Even you are.
Huh?
I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna hate where I have him ranked.
If you have him at number 1, we're gonna have. I don't know if I can be your friend anymore.
Steven, I'm not gonna spoil anything. I know where Matthew has his people ranked for the most part.
Yeah.
I can still remember. You're not gonna be happy.
Well, y'all aren't gonna be happy with me on stuff too. It's fine. All right, so let's move on to 16. Let's do it.
We got 2 new ones.
Matthew, what the fuck?
And Tyler.
What the fuck?
And Steven.
The eagle looks derpy.
Did I really put Pat Patriot this high?
You did.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I you know what? Y'all can shit on me on that one. I don't really.
I want to shit on all of y'all for this one.
Yeah, I don't. Why would I put him that high? I don't know. That
You mean to tell me
wrong.
Pat Patriot is better than Miles?
Yeah, again, I'm taking some stuff back. To be fair, I work night shift, right? I did this at like probably midnight or 1 a.m, so I must have been a little loopy here. So I'm disagreeing with my own pick right now. Pat Patriot should not be this high. Now, Matthew, I do not appreciate. Now, to be fair, this is a bad. Jason, you've been doing so good on pictures of these mascots. That is not a good picture.
There's not many good pictures of some of these mascots. Okay.
So what's the name of the Eagles mascot?
Swoop.
Swoop. Good name too. I think it's cute. So I like Swoop.
It's a good name. I don't like the way its arms look with how it's supposed to look like feathers, but it's not.
Yeah.
It looks like growths, and then his head is so round.
Well, I think also like looking at Swoop, like he's also one that benefits from looking at slightly like a slight side angle as opposed to directly
Yeah,
forward.
probably.
Like this like his beak looks really bad here. One of the things that
Yeah.
I did with Swoop was his beak was not that bad. Like there's some of these, we have several bird mascots that the beak looks really bad and his is okay, but in this picture it looks really bad. And then Jason, of course, has Staley the bear, and then Tyler has the
Big
Cardinals mascot Big Red. I like Big Red.
Bad name.
Bad name, but good
Bad name.
mascot.
Yes, very. I love Big Red.
I like Big Red a lot. Yeah.
Sure.
But yeah, there's not much else to say about any of
Yeah.
this.
I can't remember where I put him, but he's not super high, but he's somewhere around there.
Yeah, he might. I don't know if he's in my top 10, but we're probably getting pretty close to me having the Cardinals mascot. I think I have the Eagles mascot slightly ahead of the Cardinals mascot, or it might be the other way around. I don't remember. Anyway, let's move on to 15. Matthew.
What?
What the fuck?
He looks good.
It's not a bad design.
Yeah, I was
He just has
saying,
a stupid name.
Yeah.
yeah, that's the only thing wrong with
I
it.
have to remember that y'all didn't consider names. Y'all were just making like a tier list out of the pictures.
I considered names in mine too.
Well, I'm talking about Matthew and Tyler. So,
Well, look, I had somewhat considered his name specifically,
yeah.
but he's right in the center of the league. I put him right dead center.
Yeah, he's not wrong.
Okay, all right. I'll just agree to disagree on that one. And then,
But are we going to talk about Tyler putting him that high up on this list?
Yeah, we do need to address that. So why do you have Captain Fear
The
at number 15?
drunk.
Not a bad design. I think the Christmas picture is not great. I mean, there's better pictures of him.
What are you talking about? He's a horrible design.
I don't think he's that bad.
Literally, if he had an eye patch, he would have been ranked so much higher for me. I'm not even kidding.
Probably.
Like, literally, just
Now-
give him an eye patch.
Yeah, I mean, an eye patch would help, but what can you really do with a pirate as a mascot? Like,
Yeah.
There's so much you can
Give
do.
him-
What do you
give him a-
mean?
I mean, like
Give
an
him
actual
a pirate hat.
Like, I think you could do a lot if you actually had like a real person dressed up as a pirate. Like the Vikings, they used to have like before Victor, they had another one that was a real person. Like you could do something like that, but actually having a mascot, it's just like.
But you could give him a pirate hat and not a bandana.
Yeah, that's true too.
That's true. It's true.
Also, Jason, Sir Per, little low. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Once again, I love the name.
Yeah.
Little plain. I know there's not much you can do with a panther. It's not their fault. I think they did the design probably as good as they possibly could have with it being a panther. It's just, I felt it was right where it needs to be for me.
Fair enough. All right, let's move on to 14. Matthew, goodness gracious. You're just now getting to the Falcons mascot. Freddie the Falcon.
I don't think it's that bad. It just, like you said, it looks cheap. I don't think it's that bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
He does look. His eyes do look soulless, though. Once you pointed that out, I kind of.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
That literally. The cheapness was one thing, but the eyes really sent him down my list. I was like, fuck that. I don't want to look at that thing. Can you imagine being a kid and going to a Falcons game? First off, you have to go see the Falcons. That's a crime in itself. And then you have to go and get a picture made with that? No, absolutely not. The only good thing about the Atlanta Falcons is, of course, they have a great stadium. The Mercedes-Benz Stadium is awesome. So,
It is.
Okay, so
Jason.
I love Gumbo.
Yeah,
okay.
I agree with this. If he's going off the gumbo part of the list, I respect it at 14.
The design is better than Chomp's. I love that the tongue is sticking out. He's more than just one color. I love Gumbo's design. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Yes, Gumbo is great, but Sir Saint just weighs it down by a million.
Yeah,
Honestly,
maybe
if
one thing
Sir,
that. Go ahead, Jason. I'm sorry.
I would say if Sir Saint is taken off of this, Gumbo would probably be in my top 3.
I think so.
Gumbo's great.
I think Gumbo would be like probably top 5 for me, 100%. That's the thing is I just had to pull it down so much because of Sir Saint. Like if we could have separated them, Sir Saint would have definitely been at the bottom, and then Gumbo would be probably near the top. So okay.
We should have done that. We should have separated them.
Yeah, it's just too much to deal with.
Yeah.
It's just easier to just consider we've got 32 teams and then take out the ones that don't have a mascot. Okay, and then this is where I have T-Rack at 14. Again, he's fine. He's a raccoon, don't really get it, but he's fine. He's just, I think there's much better mascots out there. And then Tyler now has Staley the Bear. So,
Sure do.
Yeah.
I like Staley the Bear. I
Dude,
like
I
bears.
think you gave him a hug.
So.
Yeah, I think I have Staley the Bear pretty high. I think we haven't had him for me yet, so.
But Staley the Bear looks drunk.
He definitely, like I said, he looks like he's either drunk or high, or he's on something.
Well, what else?
He's heavily impaired.
What else do you have to do in Chicago? So, can you blame him?
Commit crimes.
He is. He's got a DUI on the way to the stadium.
By the way, if you're anybody that's watching this video, make sure to comment at us and show us just truly how angry we are at disrespecting your mascot, your state, your city, your stadium, whatever. Because we are throwing out all the punches today, 100%.
Tell us how bad of a take it is that Steven ranked Blue so low.
And Jackson DeVille.
Yeah, I don't see it.
And Jackson DeVille.
Hey, but Toro is up there. Toro's fucking awesome. So, all right, let's move on.
All right,
let's go to lucky number 13. Okay.
You have a new mascot here.
We do. I got Toro at 13, but I do like him a lot. I just like a couple of the others better. Jason has Major Tuddy. And then Tyler has Casey Wolf. And then the newest one to our edition, Matthew, has now included the Bengals mascot, which his name is Houday. That is
Houday.
He got ranked low because I don't like the name. I understand that's their phrase or whatever, but still. I think he just looks like a cheap obby. Maybe like a cheap Tigger from Winnie the Pooh.
He does.
And so,
bro, what are you supposed to do with a tiger?
I mean, I feel like
there's
plenty of other.
Tiger.
Think about how many teams in the world have tiger as their mascot. Like, there's definitely a lot better ones than this. So,
oh yeah,
and you would think,
definitely.
You would think the National Football League would pull out all the best stuff to keep them above these other teams that have tigers. But
I just thought of something. Can you guys imagine if the Bengals wear all white uniforms if Houday is a white tiger?
That'd be cool.
Yeah. But I will say,
I think it would look a lot better.
Obviously, we haven't seen Houday yet for any of us, so we still ranked him high. I still think he's good. He's cute. I just think there's definitely better Tigers mascots out there.
I really like Houday. That's all I'll say.
Yeah. But anyway, I don't have a problem with any of these at this point. I mean, obviously, I still don't really understand Major Tuddy this high, but that's just a personal thing.
It's unique. That's what got him so high. He's unique. There's just not another mascot anywhere close to looking like that.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to number 12. Okay, so now Matthew...
Tyler and Steven.
So Matthew has Rampage. Tyler has Freddie Falcon. Yeah, Rampage is great. I have Rampage pretty high. Jason now finally has Jackson DeVille. I guess I'm the outlier on that one, so whatever. And then, so again, I don't have that many problems with Victor. That's why he's where he is for me. I like the colors. I don't like his hair. But as far as, like, the people mascots, he's one of the better ones. And I tried to be at least a little bit fair with all the people mascots because it's a little bit harder for those. I think it's a lot easier to make a mascot out of an animal than it is people. So that's why I guess he's where he is for me. So.
You notice he still doesn't have Sourdough Sam
Nope.
on his list.
Love Sourdough Sam.
Doesn't.
He's up there.
Sourdough Sam's probably like in the top 5.
I think so. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like we said, all of these mascots here have already been addressed before. So, y'all ready to move on to number 11? Let's do it.
Yep.
All right. Oh, Matthew, what is wrong with you?
You put Poe at 11, and you're asking what's wrong with me?
Look,
Here's a better question. What's wrong with
Allen
both
or
of you?
Poe?
Yeah. So right now, we got some new mascots here. We got Matthew. Matthew has put in Blitz, I believe. Blitz, the Seahawks mascot. And spoiler alert, he is very high on my list. I fucking love Blitz. He's awesome. The colors are good. His beak looks good. Compared especially to the really bad beak on my pick for number 11, the Ravens mascot. But I think Blitz is awesome from the Seahawks. And then you got, what is the Ravens' name? It's
Poe.
It's Poe.
That one's
Edgar
that one
Allen
is
or Poe?
Yeah, so that's Poe.
Yeah.
And so I to be fair, when I was making my list, like I said, I kind of blind ranked to start out with and just adjusted things. One thing I did consider,
That's basically what I did,
one
too.
thing that I did consider that I probably shouldn't have because I like literally started with the Ravens. I think they're like one of the first ones on that list that I used. Is they have Rise and Conquer, which is an actual Raven, which is really fucking cool. So that probably, unfortunately, I shouldn't have considered it, but it probably did boost Poe on my list. So I think this is too high at this point for him because, especially in this picture, his beak looks fucking terrible.
Yeah, that picture is not really
yeah.
good of Poe.
And I didn't see a picture of him with his arms raised, so I didn't realize how cheap his feathers looked. So yeah, he's definitely too high on my list. I respect y'all being mad at me here. But,
wrong.
Yeah, and then you got Rory and then Miles. Okay, you put Miles at 11. I think that's fair, Jason. I think that's fair.
Yeah, I love our mascot, but he's not the best.
Yeah.
I think Rory's a great design.
It's
Yeah.
just the cheap hair, man. That's the only thing that throws it off.
Yeah.
That being said, I haven't had Rory on my list yet, so
Yeah.
Me either.
I mean, I think, at least for me, I don't know about y'all, but I'm looking at this now, and I feel like there's definitely a lot of things that I would change if I could go back and do it again. But regardless, let's move on. What? Go ahead,
I haven't had Rory, Miles, or Poe on my list yet. Oh, well, I changed my mind because Rory is right here.
All right. Well, you have a Blitz right here. Oh, never mind. You're on the next screen already. Oh yeah, there he is. There's Rory.
Yeah.
Okay.
and we have a new mascot.
Wow, that is a really bad picture of Billy Buffalo. Oh my god.
I love Billy Buffalo.
I love Billy Buffalo, but that is not a
Billy
good.
Buffalo's in my top 10.
That's not an appealing picture of him. I've got Billy Buffalo very high, but that is not the version of Billy Buffalo that I saw. So, but okay, so we got Billy Buffalo's the new mascot. This is the first time seeing him. Tyler picked him. Of course, Matthew got Rory, and then both me and Jason have Big Red, the Cardinals mascot. So
I feel like all these are solid.
yeah, I think
Yeah,
all of these
from
are
this-
solid number 10 picks.
From this one on,
Hold on, you gotta say that again, Matthew. You're
Yeah.
cutting out.
I can't remember. I don't even know what I was about to say. They're all just great.
Yeah,
I feel like everything from now on is good, except for wherever you put Sourdough Sam.
Yeah, no, we're getting there eventually. Yeah, I respect. Actually, I think this is the slide that I have the least problems with so far. Number 10.
Yeah.
Everybody, I feel like everybody's reasonable here. So, all right, let's move on to number 9.
All right.
Okay,
Tyler.
Tyler, what the fuck? You have Boltman here?
I think they could change a few things and he'd be great.
All right, so I have a lot of problems with this. I really okay in the tier list. Was the picture from the side like that, or was it like direct on looking at Boltman?
I don't think it matters.
I think this is the exact picture that's in the tier list.
See, like I said,
I think so.
this picture does him a lot of justice. If you look at him directly, that's where he's fucked up. But again, I still think he should be way down on the list. I cannot believe you have him at number 9. And then of course I've got the Eagles mascot Swoop, and then of course Matthew's got Sir Purr, and Jason has Rory.
Sir Purr.
I don't have any problems with any of these except for Tyler.
Yeah, that one. When I saw that on his list, I was like, "You've got to be fucking kidding me!" Like,
all right. So let me ask you. So you said they need to change a few things, and he'll be great. What exactly are you changing about that, Tyler, to make it better?
Maybe like put him on a powder blue jersey, and then change the color instead of it being like yellow, like a lightning bolt, like something like a little different. Maybe like make it have a little sheen to it or something, a little glow. Make it a little bit more.
Give him hair.
Yeah, give him some hair. Yeah,
Tyler,
A hat or something.
Tyler, here's your homework. Make Boltman better, and then we'll rank him. All right, let's move on. I can't even look at this slide anymore. Let's go to number 8.
it's a great slide here.
this is a very solid slide.
This is a good slide. I don't have any problems with any of this.
I don't either.
And Matthew have the Bronco up on the list.
His
Number
name's
8.
Miles.
He's great.
Yeah, Miles is
great.
Yeah. I still, like I said, I think I ranked Miles too low. I apologize for that. But yeah, this is a good. Yeah, I don't have any problems with it.
Really bad picture of Swoop.
Yeah,
Just-
It really is.
It
Tried to pick out the best pictures that I could find. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh no, you're
Yeah.
good. You're good. I was just saying it's not a flattering angle of the bird.
It's not a flattering angle, but that's okay. And then of course we got Staley DeBear, Swoop, and then Miles on here. So let's move on to slide 7 or number 7. Excuse me. Okay. Okay. So Tyler and I have now included Houday. I think number 7 is fair. There's definitely better ones, but he's still a pretty good one. Matthew has Big Red, and then Jason
has Billy.
Yeah, Billy Buffalo.
Yep.
Billy Buffalo.
solid
Billy
slide.
Buffalo.
Yeah,
Hey,
No
Steven.
problems.
I just hope you have realized that Jackson DeVille and Blue are both not on my list yet.
I've realized. Look, it's
You guys realize that
yeah.
Sourdough
you also,
Sam is
yeah,
not on
Sourdough
this list
Sam
yet.
hasn't been represented on mine.
Yeah.
Y'all have been long
Yeah.
gone for all 3 of y'all on that. So, all right, let's move on to number 6. There he is.
There he is.
The man, the myth, the legend, Sourdough Sam. I have him at number 6. I'm a big fan. I realize I'm probably the outlier here, where I am with our group. We'll see how
He sucks.
if you're a 49ers fan, shout out to you if you're watching this video, because I'm a big fan of your mascot. And then we got Billy Buffalo, and then we got Poe. Honestly, I really like this slide. I respect all of it. I know y'all don't like my slide, or like this slide, but I like it. I think these.
You take out the bottom left. I like this slide.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
All right. Let's move on to number 5.
Agree about Poe.
Yeah.
Poe is wonderful.
We're into the top 5.
All right. Number 5. All right. So now we got Toro, we got Swoop, we got KC Wolf, and we've got Chomps.
I'm shocked KC Wolf is this high up.
Yeah, Jason, please. I'm wondering, why do you got KC Wolf so high?
I just love that one of the biggest selling points, okay, for me was that his eyes are not level with each other, and it just makes him look so goofy, and I love it.
Yeah, because they're not cross-eyed. They're like one's down and one's up.
Yeah, I love it. I think it's amazing.
Jason's also a big wolf guy, so
I do love wolves too.
That's true.
So
That's
that
true.
does help.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a fair reason, because I actually do like that his eyes are a little offset too, because again, mascots are mostly for kids at the games, so they're it's goofy, so it's cute. I respect it. But yeah, I actually don't have any problems with this slide too. I mean, other than KC Wolf, a little bit high for me. I think this is a fine slide too. All right, number 4. What the fuck, Tyler? At number 4 for Victor? Even I think that's high.
I mean, I like the Vikings mascot.
No,
You're
not
the only
that much.
one.
And then we got Chomps.
Excluding Vikings fans.
And then Chomps and Billy Buffalo. Oh, Jason, you put T-Rack at number 4. Well, thanks for that.
Dang.
That's very nice of you.
I like T-Rack. It doesn't make sense for your team, but I like T-Rack.
Yeah. I think his design is fine and everything. I think he's cute. It's again, it came into other factors for me is why he was in the mid tier. But let's move on to number 3.
So a solid name.
Number 3, we've got Tyler now has T-Rack. Then we got
Serper all the way up at 3.
Serper. I fucking love Serper. He is so cute.
He's great.
He honestly, when I was making the list, I thought he was going to be my number 1. I really did, but I was surprised at some of the others that I liked more.
I would not have been mad if you ranked him number 1. He's great.
Yeah. I think this slide is fine.
Steven, he still hasn't had Blue or Jackson DeVille on his list.
Well, obviously they're number 2 and number 1, so we're there. So this is the last slide that I'm going to be okay with. All right, let's move on to number 2. Okay, Tyler, great choice at number 2. Blitz is awesome.
Blitz is great. It's a great design.
Jason, I respect the Toro pick. I like Rampage a lot. You know, we addressed it earlier that I fucking love Rampage. He's awesome.
And here it comes.
And then that's all that's on this slide. Let's move on to number 1.
No, that's not. Blue is great. He's great. The streamers that come out of his nose are awesome.
I can't believe. You know what? I think you have to become a Colts mascot now, or a Colts fan now, because you like his mascot so much.
There's also the video of forever ago when there was the kids would play against mascots in football, and there was a video of Blue stiff arming a kid to oblivion. Ever since then,
I have seen that video, and that is a pretty good one. So okay, fair enough. If I had considered that video, maybe because I have seen that, it is funny. But still, I wouldn't put him at number 2. Absolutely not. All right.
Is fucking awesome.
All
right. So now we're at the very top. Let's see who everybody ranked number 1. Yes, Jason.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So Matthew was 100% the outlier on putting Blitz as low as he did, because Blitz is awesome. He is such a clean mascot. He looks intimidating, but he's still approachable. His beak is by far the best well-designed as far as the birds go in the mascots.
Look, granted, like you said, if I could go back and change it, I would have probably put him up higher.
Yeah.
But I was doing the same thing as you, like blind ranking and then going around and changing stuff. So
yeah, that's fair. And also, as I addressed before, I prefer when the mascots have just a single 0 instead of 2 zeros. I like the single 0. It looks clean.
Like Jackson DeVille.
No. And then also the Seahawks colors are so good. They did such a good design with their mascot.
Yeah, like you said, great beak. He looks intimidating. Great colors. It's just so well designed.
The feathers don't look cheap. They look well. They look well made, and just the contrast of the light green behind the dark blue just looks so clean. Tyler, I respect the choice of Rampage at 1. That's good. Matthew,
it's very quality. They put a lot of effort into Rampage.
Yeah. All right, Matthew. Let's hear your rant. Why is Jackson DeVille number 1 for you?
He's great. I've just seen so many videos of him being all goofy and stuff around the stadium, and he's got sunglasses on.
Yeah.
He is
skydiving into the stadium, right?
Yeah, he did. He has.
I will say,
does.
As I said earlier, if Jackson DeVille, if I used this specific picture of him, I probably would have ranked him a little higher. It's just the fact that I
Look,
was considering him in his little bathing suit that I fucking hate. Like, we gotta admit that looked terrible when he was in his little suit.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
But
So-
I like the fact that his spots are the like Jacksonville colors. They're blue, and I just like him. I don't know. I don't have any other reason besides that I like him. So,
All right. So,
but like I said, I would have probably put Blitz in the top 5 if I would have go back and redo it. But
yeah.
because he is great,
Maybe in like
you sold me on Blitz, Steven.
Yeah, maybe in like 10. Maybe, I'm telling you, like when I saw him, I was like, "There's no way anyone's gonna beat this." Like honestly, when I got to Blitz, I was like, "This is fucking great."
Yeah.
And then pretty much, to be honest with you, after that, I was pretty much comparing everyone to Blitz, so that probably hurt everyone. But yeah, so that's our mascot list.
My 1 and 2 are interchangeable, though.
All right, well, that's the end of our slideshow. So,
So
I already have an idea for another list we can do. We can do ranking the mascots by how likely you'd be to sleep with them.
like a smash or pass thing.
No, not smash or pass. Just how likely you'd be to sleep with them.
I mean, I feel like that's kind of the same.
What's that even mean?
Yeah.
So, like, what mascot would you sleep with if you got to pick one?
None.
I'm definitely picking Rowdy.
Oh God. Somebody make
Raider
a fanfic.
Rusher for me.
That's gonna be our first always out of market fanfic. Somebody's gonna make you have sex with Rowdy. So
he's gonna need that 10-gallon hat, if you know what I mean.
God. Oh, I forgot to mention the reason that I ranked Rowdy where I did is because he looked like Peter Pan to me. He does kind of look like Peter Pan if you look at him.
He does.
All right, so we'll do a quick. I'm gonna go back to the slideshow real quick. How do I do this? There we go. I'm gonna scroll back through. All right, so that was 29, 28, 27, 26, 25. I'm just quickly scrolling through to kind of just see the range of how things looked here.
I'm looking through. I think the mascot that would have the highest average ranking would be Billy Buffalo. He was in all of our top 10.
And he was in the top.
No, I would say it's probably the highest average would still be Blitz because Matthew still had Blitz pretty high.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I had him at 11.
Yeah, but then we had two of us had him at 1 and one of us had us at 2. So that's gonna give you a ton of points.
So it'd probably be Blitz and then Billy Buffalo.
But hey, Ryan,
Swoop was up high for all of y'all. So
yeah, Ryan, we know you don't listen to our podcast, but if you did, congrats on having the best mascot technically from an average standpoint. So
hey, he might watch the video.
Maybe, but
possibly.
So again, if you're listening to us on the on any of the podcast platforms, glad you listened to it there, but you probably need to go to the YouTube and see the video version so that you can see what we're talking about and know exactly what we're ranking here. Go ahead, Matthew.
Yeah.
Oh no, I was just gonna agree that everybody needs to start swapping over to YouTube and give us a watch.
Well, I mean, I still, especially since I'm still playing for Buzzsprout, I'm still fine with y'all listening to it on the podcast too.
Yeah.
And not all the episodes. We're gonna try to start doing more webcam type stuff, and maybe I have found a way that if we did in person, I've got a way to record it that we could still do video that will look pretty good. So we're gonna try to start doing more video podcasts. Just to give something else, like just make the video a little bit more pleasing, especially if you're watching on YouTube. Because as of right now, if you watch our podcast on YouTube, all you get is just the screen of our logo. So, but thank you so much for watching. Definitely let us know how you feel about our picks, how wrong we are, or how much we disrespected your fan base. So just
comment your top 5 in the comments. And
give us a top 5.
Let us know.
Cool. Yeah. All right, you guys got anything else you want to say before we wrap this up?
I don't think so.
All right, guys. Well, thanks again for listening/watching. Always out of market. Make sure to follow us on any of the podcast platforms you use. Rate us 5 stars. If you're on YouTube, make sure to subscribe and spread the word about this video so that you can get some of your friends even more mad at us. So, all right, bye guys.
But